Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I just don't know what I'd do without you guys. Because as they say, misery loves company. Now this season's not over. Stranger things have happened in the NFL. Teams have turned things around and gone through and had a great run that make the playoffs. I'm not saying that it's completely over, but for all intents and purposes, it's probably over. But what we have to do is we have to start figuring out how we can change the narrative and figure out what the heck went wrong. And there's so many things that went wrong that you can't really point a finger at any single thing. You can look at coaching. You can look at some players that didn't develop. You can look at Dak Prescott's performance. But we also need to look at Jerry Jones. And I know you're saying, Jerry Jones? Here's the thing. The difference between winning and losing in football is razor thin. It's really not that much. And when you have calls that are made against you or not made for you, it can make all the difference in the world. Here's an interesting stat that I literally cannot believe. Now, we've seen how many times Tyron Smith has been called for holding. Seems like every time we'd end up getting a first down or a big play, somehow, some way, there's laundry on the field. The good old yellow flag is always against us. We never seem to get a call going our way very often. In fact, would you believe there's not been a holding call on an opponent's team in 33 quarters? Let me say that again. No offensive lineman that has played against the Dallas Cowboys for the last 33 quarters has had a flag called against them. Now, anybody who knows anything about football or watches enough football knows that there's pretty much holding on almost every single play. Yet, for some reason, nobody ever holds against the Dallas Cowboys, at least not in the minds of the officials. I'm not saying that the NFL is corrupt. I'm not saying that the officials would make calls against the Dallas Cowboys intentionally, but 33 quarters? You realize that's 8 freaking games and a quarter that not a single offensive lineman's been called for holding against the Dallas Cowboys. I dare say that, Jerry Jones, there is a vendetta against you. When you go after the NFL commissioner who suspended your man, Zeke Elliott, without really justification, without proof that he did anything, without an arrest or a conviction, and you go after him, you got to understand that they're going to come back at you one way or the other. And that's where another one of these problems for our Dallas Cowboys has come. You're hated. The team's hated. And the unbiased officials can be a little bit biased. They might happen to just look the other way when that holding call happens. Just say, I didn't see anything. Just play football. Yeah. We got to do some things different in Dallas. From the owner to the water boy and everyone in between, if we truly want to get to where we want to be, which is getting a Super Bowl trophy again. Unfortunately, the Dallas Cowboys friends have to hit rock bottom before people wake up and start making those changes. So until then, guys, Jobu will need a lot of refills. In fact, we need to get him a bigger glass. I'm Mark Holmes. It's Cowboy Jobu, and we're going to be fixing the boys. But first, we need to get another bottle of rum. I'll see you guys soon.
Even the boss is noticing.
What's going on with that?
Well, I think teams have lost their best, their better players before, and so you can say that's a part of the game. But we certainly didn't think on its own merits that Zeke should be suspended. But I can't say that because we've lost 3 games is why we fought so hard. I just we did what we could do to just keep him out there. He's another part of the team.
What do you think's holding this team back right now?
Well, I really wouldn't dare to even go toward any combination of handfuls of things. But we just got to love these things. When they're working, they're very complicated and fragile, and when they're not, it's usually complicated answers.
Talk about Dak's play.
Well, I visit with the players after games from time to time, but this Thanksgiving.
Do you see Dak's confidence shaken right now from where you sit?
I liked the way that he looked like he was doing some things with authority out there. I regret that we had the turnovers, but I thought that we did some things out there in the second half that you could reflect that was better in the first half as far as what our offense was doing, although we had the turnovers.
Jerry, do you believe this season can be turned around?
Yes. Yes, I do, because I think that we've got players that have played at a high level, won games. I was glad to see Tyron Smith back out there tonight, but yes, the answer is yes. And I know that as long as you've got a breath to get in those playoffs, we had the Giants come up the backside on us out here and beat the top seed here 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago and won the whole thing. That's what's great about this game.
Dak has struggled without Zeke. We get it. Has he missed an opportunity to take his game to the next level without him?
I don't know. I think he still has an opportunity.